If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. So, remember how last week XXXTentacion's estate got public again and spoke about releasing, his old SoundCloud songs again? We got Vice City last Friday. I, made a video about that when that was announced. So, we got that old SoundCloud track that's really like a fan favorite classic on all streaming services last Friday, January 28th, and they said that they want to, step after step, release a lot of his old material on modern streaming services. And I think that is a great way to honor his legacy and to really honor his legacy and not just, throw some verses together and make a couple of, all bad vibes forever and skins project that nobody really cares about and that just, leave a bittersweet taste on his legacy, but, actually respecting the stuff that he's created while he was still alive. Well, back when that happened, they also said that they would soon release more information on the long-awaited documentary about his life that, has been in the talks for a very long time and that fans have been waiting for a very long time. And this announcement just, got out there a couple of hours ago. And today I wanted to go over the announcement, see what we can learn about this new documentary, see when we'll get it, and what we can expect from it. So let's jump straight into it. So this is the announcement for the documentary. The picture we see will likely also be the cover for this documentary, or like the art that it will be accompanied by, because it just makes sense that they announced this thing with like a little paragraph and explaining about what it means to his fans and to his family, and then also promote it with this picture of him, which would just make sense. So I'm guessing this will also be used as the promotional footage for this thing, or at least like, as sort of the cover art for this documentary. But let's actually look at the little caption or statement that they made explaining a little bit more about this documentary. So it reads, "It's finally here. A film that takes you through the complicated life of a troubled and controversial genius. XXXTentacion. Look at Me explores how Florida teenager Jose Onfroy became SoundCloud rapper XXXTentacion, one of the most streamed artists on the planet. Through frank commentary from family, friends, romantic partners, and unseen archival footage, director Sabah Folayan offers a sensitive portrayal of an artist whose acts of violence, raw musical talent, and open struggles with mental health left an indelible mark on his generation before his death at the age of 20. World premiere at South by Southwest 22, streaming on Hulu this summer." So we do get quite a bit of information from this thing. First of all, the name of this thing being Look at Me. Now, I'm not sure if this was known before, but to me, this was new information. But this documentary is going to be called Look at Me, obviously named after arguably his biggest song that made him blow up. Now, also, we will, actually have footage from his friends, family, and also romantic partners, which to me was interesting at first because we all know all the, controversies and stuff that he went through for abusing his girlfriend and stuff like that. So that's going to be really interesting to see what, sides that open up to view him from. I think that's going to be a very interesting part of that because there's obviously a lot of debate about should we honor him if he was such a terrible person, and should we separate the art from the artist? And he was really one of the people that sparked up that conversation again, so I think that's going to be a very interesting perspective to view it from. Also, we know when this thing is releasing, it's going to be releasing at South by Southwest 22, which when you look at the dates when this is happening, it is happening from Friday, March 11th to Sunday, March 20th. So in that time frame, we'll get this thing. So in about a little bit more than a month, which is not too long to wait. I think any fan can, take that. I thought we were going to get it way later, so I'm happy that we're getting it in like a month. That is insane. And also it's going to be out on streaming platforms, at least on Hulu this summer, so then everybody can look at it. Now, this documentary, as I said, has been in the works for a very long time, and people have been awaiting this documentary also for a very long time. And it's to me still crazy how this dude at the age of 20, or by the age of 20, has really, left such a mark in pop culture. I mean, even people that are not into hip hop know him. Even people that didn't really, come up on the whole SoundCloud wave. Then we're listening to like Look at Me, or like later on Sad, and all these songs that went really big. The streaming numbers he did were just insane, and the fact that he left such a mark at the age of 20 to me is completely unbelievable. Like, this dude was 20. I'm turning 20 this year, and to think that this man has impacted so many people's lives in this short period of time is just crazy to think about, in my opinion. As I also touched on earlier, this success didn't come without any sacrifice or without any private life drawbacks. We've seen him go through a bunch of scandals, as I said, abusing his girlfriend, and as I talked about a second ago, this whole conversation sparked up with, like, in actuality, you would objectively say that he was not a good person. You don't harm your partner. But then again, people are praising him for his music, and people are saying, yo, he saved my life and all that. So this duality and this moral split between how people want to view him is really an interesting thing to talk about, and I like that they incorporate a lot of different perspectives on this new thing. Obviously, we will see the perspective of the fans that just adored him, his personality, and his music, but then also friends and family who obviously also have a very positive look at him, but who may question some of the things he did, and then also romantic partners who may have a whole different view on things. But I think we'll still say that all in all, he was a good person, and he did a lot of great things for people. So that's really the most interesting thing that I'm going to be looking out for when it comes to watching this documentary. I hope I get to see it when South by Southwest happens. I hope it becomes available online somewhere. If not, we gotta wait till summer, but we're getting it in a month. I think that's very exciting. I'm also interested in how this is done, in what form this documentary will be presented by. Are we going to see a lot of footage from him back when he was still alive, because obviously there's only limited material that they could use, or from what perspective especially we will see some light shed on the events that happened they want to go over. So yeah, XXXTENTACION documentary Look at Me is about to release in about a month at South by Southwest, which is happening from March 11th through March 20th, and we'll all get it in the summer. It's gonna offer a lot of different perspectives. I'm all here for it. I'm excited for this, but now I want to know what you think about this. What do you think about this announcement? What do you think about the cover art, about the little statement they wrote, about the fact that they want to incorporate a lot of different perspectives? What are you most looking forward to when it comes to watching this documentary? What are the parts that you want to get out of this? Because I think that's also something that is very interesting to hear from different people out there. So let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.